You heard the president a short time ago slamming members of the migrant caravan for seeking asylum in America, while at the same time he said they were waving their own country's flags.
They come up and they're talking about all their great fear, all their problems with their country, but they're all waving their country's flag. What is that all about? If they have such fear and such problems and they hate their country, why do we see all the flags being waved? For Guatemala, for Honduras, for El Salvador, we're seeing flags all over the place. Why are they waving flags? This has nothing to do with asylum.
Well, here to tell the president what that's all about is Fox News correspondent at large, Geraldo Rivera. Good to see you, Geraldo.
You too, Ed. How's everybody?
Everyone's great.
Hi.
I see you tweeting about this subject right before you came on, and Major Hegseth wants to have at you. But at first, I want to give you a chance to give your position and react to the president.
Thank you. You know, I don't like to unnecessarily criticize my friend the president. I think he's beleaguered by a hostile press, and he's doing much better than he's generally credited for. But he's also a native New Yorker, as am I, and we have grown up watching the various components of the big city come together for their ethnic and religious and national parades every single day in New York. There's the Puerto Rican Day Parade, the Dominican, the Greek, the Italian, the Irish, the Israeli, you name it. People can love where they are in the United States and still love where they came from. This is a group, and I wish that the president would focus on this. This is a group, generally speaking, who are impoverished, who want a job. We have 7 million unfilled jobs, particularly in the agricultural sector, fruits and vegetables dying on the vine. I wish our businessman president was figuring out how to bring those workers to fill those necessary jobs in an orderly and regulated way.
So, Geraldo, we're talking about parades here of American citizens being proud of their country, which I totally understand. But the disposition of someone to say, I'm going to carry my flag to your country, demand that I be let in, or come in illegally, and when I'm on the top of the border wall, I'm going to taunt your Border Patrol agents. I just think if I had to leave, God forbid, America for some reason and go to another country, you would have to go, you'd want people to go with a heart of humility, to say, listen, I'm coming here, will you offer me the opportunity to be a part of the fabric of your country? It looks like the exact opposite. The optics are terrible, and you got young men, you got gang members a part of it, as we've seen reported. I mean, is he not right to understandably point out that disposition as a problem?
I think you're being way too harsh, Major, with all due respect. I think that these are very unsophisticated people. They are, generally speaking, an undereducated or uneducated group. They cling to some symbols of stability in their lives. All they want to do is feed their children. You have the poorest people, some of the poorest people on earth. Wait 1 second. You have some of the poorest people on earth living next door to the richest country on earth. The richest country on earth has a labor demand and a tradition of welcoming these people, however sub rosa, however under the table, to fill these jobs and to pick the apricots and the avocados and wash the dishes and take care of the babies and mow the lawns and deliver the pizzas and so forth. I mean, we've had this irregular relationship. What I would like to see, even as the president gets the wall that he has earned. He's earned the wall. I've withdrawn my criticism of the wall. Now give the dreamers their path to citizenship, and why not reopen? Here's something logical. Reopen the old program, the old Bracero program, where we welcomed hundreds of thousands of these workers on a temporary seasonal basis.
Geraldo,
they come in, they do the harvest, and then we send them home. We even provide flights for them.
Let me just interrupt you for 1 second, though, because people seeking asylum are not, this is not about economic opportunity for when it comes to asylum. These are people who are claiming that there are credible threats of violence, that they cannot live in these communities because of gangs, because of rape, because of extreme violence. That's why I think President Trump is coming out and saying, why are you carrying flags representing a place that you're saying we should deem unlivable for you and a reason for you to want to come to the United States? If we were just talking about economic opportunity, I think people would see it a little bit differently, but these are places that are unlivable, supposedly. You wouldn't want to hold up that flag, especially if you're fleeing.
Jedediah, with great wisdom as usual, and you go right to the point. The whole asylum stuff and the exaggeration of the peril that awaits them in their home countries is just because asylum is the only way they really get the due process hearing once they cross the border. Otherwise, they're just illegal, they're just detained, and they are ultimately deported. If they claim asylum once they set foot in a port of entry on U.S. soil, U.S. law requires that they have a due process hearing.
Yes.
Just like Jim Acosta, when he gets his press pass yanked, he gets a due process hearing. That's what I didn't mean to confuse people there, but that's why they claim asylum in the vast majority of cases. They do it because that's an angle that they can play. The vast majority, and everybody gets it. It's
but you're
it's
arguing
a wink
for law.
and a nod.
I mean,
Everybody knows this because
but you
poor
can't have
people
wink and a nod
want
be
to
your
go to work.
policy
That's why they're
forever.
coming.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
all right. Justice Kavanaugh wanted due process as well. That's for another day. Geraldo, appreciate you coming in.
Thanks, Geraldo.
Thank you, sir.
Good to see
Appreciate
you.
it.
One teacher thanks students for standing for the national anthem. And